So, what do you think of when you hear the word surgeon? You probably picture incredible skill, right? Steady hands, life or death decisions. But what if the thing that really drives a surgeon is something a lot more personal, a lot more human? Today, we're going to explore a philosophy where healing actually starts way before anyone even steps into an operating room. It's a way of thinking that kind of redefines what healthcare is all about.
Just take that in for a second. This one sentence, it's the key to everything. The whole journey didn't start with a love for complicated science or chasing a prestigious career. Nope, it started with something we can all understand, just wanting to help the people you love. That's the why, and it shapes every single thing that happens from this point on.
Okay, so let's dig a little deeper into this whole why thing. Every career has a backstory, right? An origin story. For Dr. Vega Ware, that original spark wasn't in some medical textbook. It came from her own life, her own relationships. It was this really deep need to be the person who could help when the people she cared about were in trouble. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Look at the evolution here. The idea of being a doctor was about helping her circle, her family, and friends. But the choice to become a surgeon, well, that's a whole different level. That was a move towards action. It's about wanting to do something practical, something you can see and touch, something that could literally, tangibly change someone's life for the better.
So, knowing why you do something is one thing. But how does that actually show up in the exam room every day? Well, that brings us to the art of patient trust. I mean, think about it. Any kind of medical procedure makes you feel incredibly vulnerable. And that trust between you and your surgeon, it is absolutely everything.
And that's the big question, isn't it? How do you go from being a total stranger in a white coat to someone a patient genuinely trusts with their well-being? As we're about to see, Dr. Ware's method isn't some complicated secret. It's actually incredibly simple, but man, is it powerful. And here it is, 3 steps. That's it. Notice this isn't some clinical checklist. Step 1 is the obvious one, right? Understand the medical reason they came in. But then, look how fast it deepens. Step 2, learn who they are as a person. And then, the foundation that holds it all up, the most important part, step 3, just listen. Not just to the symptoms, but to the person telling the story. I love this. This quote says it all. It's a conscious choice, a trade-off. In any clinic, time is everything. But the priority here isn't just about being efficient. It's about the quality of the connection you build with another human being, even if it makes the appointment run a little long. Because that connection, that's part of the healing too. When you build that foundation of trust, it completely changes the what, the actual practice of medicine. Because once you've made that personal connection, the work isn't just a job anymore. It transforms into something that brings you genuine joy. So treatment can come in a few different forms. Of course, you've got surgery and you've got medication. That's what we expect from a surgeon. But look at that third one on the list. Sometimes, even just listening. This is huge. It reframes listening as more than just a way to get information. It's a form of treatment all on its own. Sometimes the most healing thing you can do is make someone feel truly heard. And this is where it all comes full circle. The work, whether it's a complex surgery, a prescription, or just a really good conversation, it all ties back to that original why. The joy isn't in performing a perfect procedure. The joy is in seeing the real-world impact, witnessing how you've helped make someone's life better. And this is so important. A patient-first philosophy like this can't just be one person's thing. It has to be baked into the culture of the whole team. So let's kind of zoom out and see how this personal mission becomes the mission for the entire team at Boys Town. This is Dr. Ware's own definition of her team, and it's just so perfect. Every single word in there matters. It's not about treating ear, nose, and throat conditions. It's about making your life better. And those 2 words, meaningful and practical, are key. It means they're focused on what actually matters to you as a person, and then they deliver real solutions that work. So when you boil it all down, what's the big idea here? It's this. The scalpel, the stethoscope, all the fancy medical gear, they're just tools. The real work, the foundation of all true healing, starts with humanity. It starts with seeing and connecting with the person sitting right in front of you. And that leaves us with a final question for you to think about. When it's you, when you're the patient and you're feeling vulnerable, what matters most? Is it just the pure technical skill and the long resume? Or is it this kind of human connection that really makes the biggest difference? It's definitely something to think about.